be a good time to test the power of my perfect form. Oh, Goku. I've so longed to fight you.
Cell! I'll be your opponent!
Take this! Special beam cannon!
And here we have Perfect Cell's first preset. His light and heavy strings I like. I especially like the fast little kicks he does. His basic strings, including his combos, remind me of how he usually fights in the RB, Sparking, and BT series, along with a bunch of the other, like, game animatic movie things. Like, this fighting style just screams, I am Perfect Cell, and you can do bullshit about it. Which I like. I like that it feels a lot like Cell, but it's Universe with its own spin on it, which I can appreciate. Now, Cell's grab is one of the best grabs in the entire game. It's a nice barrage into a kick down. It's kind of a full-on combo. It definitely reminds me a lot of his perfect combination attack, which I believe this combo is meant to be. I believe that this combo is meant to be perfect combination because we didn't get it. And I will talk about that when we get to Super Perfect Cell. But as a grab, it's amazing, and I couldn't pick a better one. Now, all clear. This I don't think has really been in any other games. Apparently, this is a manga/anime attack. Apparently, this is the move he uses to slap Hercule away, even though that makes no sense to me when that should just be a slap. He doesn't use ki for it. But this is also the blast that he uses to destroy the ring. And I'm okay with that. I like that they were able to turn it into a move. So that works fine for me. Its color is fine. Again, it's freaking Cell. He uses this like 50 times. Gravity Impact is just a stronger version of All Clear. Also, All Clear is a strike move, and Gravity Impact is not, and it does not make sense to me. All Clear should be a ki move. He hits you with ki! This is the same issue I have with Sonic Bomb and Emperor's Edge, when they are clearly ki blast moves, but categorized as melee for some god-awful reason. Why is it... Why? Why is Sonic Bomb a strike? And Gigantic Storm isn't? Why is All Clear? Other than the fact that this is probably meant to be the move he uses to slap Hercule with, but like... No! He didn't slap the opponent, he blasts him with ki! Gravity Impact is pretty much the ki version of this, and knocks them back further. Both of them can deflect normal ki blocks, and I think supers, and I forget which one. I think it's All Clear can also be used while blocking. So you've got a nice attacking option similar to Burn Blast. But, to be honest with you, I don't really think we need Gravity Impact on this version. I'd be fine with it on another version, because it does kind of remind me of the blast of air Cell does to Gohan. And I think that would be better used in the second form, which is meant to be more of his fight with Gohan. So maybe Death Slicer could have worked better. He does it to Goku. Or you could have made up your own move for him and such. Full Power Energy Blast Volley is okay. Maybe they could have given him a recolor of Super Explosion Wave to be Perfect Barrier. I'm used to that being his ultimate. But I kind of prefer that it's not in this game. Again, I know issues with Special Beam Cannon. He does do it, but this is the wrong preset that he does it on. His second preset should primarily be the fight with Gohan, and this makes more sense than that version having Supernova, at least. And then Perfect Barrier. Again, it's the iconic Cell move for this form. How can you go wrong with it? You can't, because there's nothing wrong with this form. There's nothing wrong with the evasive other than the fact that it's melee. Again, that makes no sense. It's a key barrier! It's a key barrier! Almost all the key barriers, besides Goku's, are blast. Why is this not blast? Why is it melee? It doesn't make sense.
Solar flare! Solar flare! This one's a little Frieza ditty. Take this! This one's a little Frieza ditty. Take it!
And now we have his second preset, which is pretty much just Frieza galore. Again, Death Slash, or Death Slicer, is already a move that he uses against Goku, so I'm fine with him having it, even though I think he really should have had it in his first preset. You can replace that here with Gravity Impact to kinda mimic the combo he does to Gohan when he blasts him in the face to knock him away. Death Beam, he actually does do to Gohan, so that makes sense here. And although Perfect Cell doesn't use Solar Flare, he knows the technique, and it's not like I'm gonna say no, he can't have it here, because I do think maybe his combo in RB2, his command super, he fires the blast, is in fact called All Clear, but I'm not sure on that. But either way, you could have given him a command grab where he hugs the opponent to death, and then you can do another input to do Gravity Impact on top of it. That would have been cool. That probably would have been better than Solar Flare, but I'm fine with Solar Flare being included. Full Power Energy Wave, meh. Personally, I think you definitely could make your own attack for Cell, or give him one of the other ultimates. And Supernova! This is something Cell never does. So, I don't really think he should have it. Now, can Cell do it, though? Yes, he can. But this is the version of Cell that's meant to be the fight with Gohan in its entirety, and maybe he should have his own other special version of the Kamehameha again. Maybe called, Last Resort Kamehameha, or something else. He does attempt to do Special Beam Cannon and Destructo Disc, so maybe one of these forms can have dual Destructo Disc, since he's actually the one who does dual Destructo Disc before 18. That could work fine. Special Beam Cannon also works, but again, I'm not gonna say no to him having Supernova, because again, Cell has Frieza's DNA and can use every single one of his techniques, so it's not really a exact one-to-one issue, and I don't have much problem with it. And here we have Festival Perfect Cell. Cell has one attack, and that is perfect. It's called Perfect Attack. Now, I'm sure this has been used in other games, and this is a little bit reminiscent of his attack and jump force, but that's not it. This is actually, I think, a move quite inspired via fighters. Cell has a combo where it looks as he took inspired from his normal Xenoverse moveset, and gave him the Super Saiyan Aura, and he does a little combo in fighters. And this is what it kind of reminds me of. This also sort of reminds me of part of the combo for Perfect Combination, but it's obviously not Perfect Combination in any such way. Now, personally, I do think for all the basic festival moves. This one actually looks nice enough, and I don't really dislike this one. I do think it is still disappointing that it's pretty much just like a basic combo, but I guess it is literally called Perfect Attack, so it's not like it's meant to be anything big. But I would have liked to see them try to replicate Perfect Combination into the elbow hit, and then maybe into like a perfect shot type of situation. But for one dwarf, it definitely looks pretty, and I like the slight Super Saiyan aura. Kind of looks like Fighters shading almost, which is why I think this move was really ripped/inspired from Fighters. Which of course isn't anything bad. Overall, Cell is a okay character. I always think in most of these games, there's a lot more that you can do with Cell. And I'm not wrong with thinking that. I definitely think there was more they could have done, but Cell is a OG character. He's from the first Xenoverse. Well, everybody but in Perfect Cell. Perfect Cell is a PS3 era character, and they didn't really change much about him. And that's fine. Personally, I'm A-okay with that. And I don't really see a big, huge issue with him at all. I will say that I think he's a B character, which means he's good. Don't get me wrong, he's good. But I don't think he's up there with any of the top tiers, and I do think, in some regards, Imperfect Cell is better than him. At least in some ways. I think he has a little bit more uniqueness going on here. And maybe it's just not that he's just filled up with a bunch of skills. Yes, I know Cell canonically knows these attacks. And this is really the first game to really give Cell a real Death Beam that isn't Barrage Death Beam, which is a move that he doesn't do. However, you know, I still think he has a good moveset. And I may sound kind of conflicted, and it's because I kind of am a little bit. I like his moveset, don't get me wrong. But there definitely could be an improvement, which is why I'm leaving him at B. At least he's gonna get a higher ranking, and he'd be high B, by the way. He's gonna probably get a higher ranking than his Super Perfect form.